Good morning, boomers. It's the voice of the blockchain here, Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest, Champagne. Thanks for tuning in. Guys, today we're talking about these interest rates. Trump calling for the Fed to lower the rates down to zero, some say negative. And this may be a positive for Bitcoin in the mid to long term, or just all around. We're going to be talking about that. We'll be talking about social influence data correlated to the Bitcoin price. And we'll talk about Litecoin, Ethereum, and other altcoins. Will they pump soon? There's other articles that I'll be linking down below. Shout out to Lucky Lewis. Let's get it popping indeed. Indeed. Shout out to all the boomers. Make sure you're touching the buttons for me, guys. Like, sub, post notification, ding, ding. It's been a good couple of weeks. The boomers are getting their notifications. I'm getting them as well. So, we might as well ride this positive wave. Shout out to FN Based. Shout out to all the boomers. I see you guys out there. I would assume that you guys are getting your post notifications this couple of weeks, so that's a good thing. Let's check out today's math. We'll do the rundown. We'll talk about the social influence data as correlated to the Bitcoin price and these lower interest rates. They could be a positive for Bitcoin. And finally, these altcoins. Will Litecoin, ETH have a pump? And let's see if that relates to what I've been saying when it comes to the altcoin prices. Make sure you're caressing the buttons out there. Let me go ahead and turn off these coins, share my screen. You can see here the Bitcoin trading charts on TradingView. This is Bitstamp's number. I like to change it to Coinbase. It's about the same, 10,343. Today we're above 10K, which is looking good. Again, I'll say anything in the pocket of between 9 and 12 is where we expect to be. Switching over here to CoinMarketCap, let's give the rundown on the health of the markets this morning. You can see market cap currently at 263 billion. Market Bitcoin dominance increasing now to 70.3%. Shout out to David Couch. I see you, David. Thank you so much for the 5 on it. Boom. Drop a couple dollar bills. David just dropped me $5 here in the population of the chat box. Guys, do you have 5 on it? Follow the leader here, David, showing love today. I appreciate it, David. Thank you so much for the gratuity. Stay booming out there. Bitcoin currently at $10,336. It's up 2.7% in the green today. And again, anything between $9,000 and $12,000 is the pocket that I expect us to be trading at. Now, if we go above 12K or below 9K, I think we got to adjust our markers. But so far, we're right in the pocket that I expected. Ether at 180, up 1%. And Bitcoin Cash there at 299. About to touch 300. Bitcoin Cash superior than Litecoin market cap size wise. Litecoin in the red today at $69. Litecoin, like I said, I'm feeling a little better about my Litecoin holdings because I just got a advertisement here from eToro. I'm not feeling better because of the ad, but let me go ahead and click on these ad. I'm feeling better about my Litecoin holdings because I've DCA'd out of it, so I don't feel like my portfolio is as dominant Litecoin wise as it was before, and I moved it over to Bitcoin. So you know what it is. Guys, I just received an ad here on the Brave browser. I'm getting them all these live streams. I'm getting about 5 per hour. Okay. And if you guys are interested in earning BAT tokens, you could do so by downloading the Brave browser. You get ads, you click on them, and you get a few BATs. It's real simple way to earn crypto. There's no email required, no personal information. You just go ahead to the link, download it, install it, and you can start rocking and rolling. It blocks ads, and then it comes up with some pop-up ads on the bottom right-hand corner if you choose, and you can earn some BATs. Let's get back to the pricing here. Litecoin at 69, EOS at 374. Let me know about EOS, guys. What do you think? Okay, I still got a baggie of EOS. I've DCA'd out of EOS to a certain extent, but is it over for EOS? Or, I don't think so. They were under fire after the disappointment that was their big announcement earlier this summer. That voice social media blockchain didn't seem to attract many in the sphere here, the crypto sphere that I've seen at least. So, I would say that ever since then, the price has suffered. Now, is there a future for EOS? Perhaps so. I like EOS. I like these Larimer blockchains, and although I like them, at this moment, I'm not interested in stacking. I'm not interested in stacking anymore. Binance there at 20. Satoshi Vision, I don't want to talk about. Monero at 73. Guys, don't sleep on Monero. I like Monero, guys. Monero, right now, my 2 favorite alts are Monero and ETH. And, you know, although they're my favorite alts, they're still leagues behind my favorite crypto, which is Bitcoin. Cardano at 4 cents. I like to see Cardano moving back up closer to number 10. That's nice. Stellar at 5 cents. Leo at 106. UOB at 412 as the rest of the boomers tune in. Thanks again to David Couch for dropping me $5 here in the population of the chat box. All the gratuities go to the young boomers. We got the young boomer out here and the young boomette staying strong. We got them drinking whole milk. Okay, a little boomette still drinking some formula, but you know, we got the young boomer drinking milk. I have him eating grass-fed beef, as you should as well. Okay, stay healthy there. We're all the complete proteins and all the B vitamins, guys. You can't get complete proteins by eating plants. You got to throw in, you know, these complete proteins. By eating plants, you only get a certain amount of protein here, a certain amount of protein. You got to eat a bunch of stuff in order to complete the cipher, should I say. But when you eat red meat, it has everything right there. Okay, but again, you want to make sure that you're eating grass-fed, and you know, you don't want to be ingesting anything with antibiotics or pesticides or stuff like that. Shout out to Blockchain Susha, Double X. Again, thank you to David Couch. FN Based is here. Lucky Lewis. Let's check out these interest rates. Now, if you haven't seen or heard, Trump has been calling for lower interest rates. He's trying, in my opinion, to debase the currency. You know, every time, you know, if you're printing out money for zero interest, it's basically free money. You know, you're just adding to the supply, printing up more money. So in the long term and in the midterm as well, this ends up debasing and devaluing the currency. And who suffers is the middle class. Now, on the other hand, if money is cheap, then you can get cheap money and buy more Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin, there's no inflation. It's fixed. So, you know, they're not printing any more Bitcoins other than the ones that are mined according to the algorithm. So let me go ahead and show you this article here that I came across on usethebitcoin.com. This one's linked down below as well. Low interest rates could help Bitcoin reach new highs. Many countries are cutting interest rates amid economic slowdown around the world. Indeed, U.S. President Donald Trump is also asking for lower interest rates. He did a series of tweets addressing that. I think it was yesterday or early this morning. European Central Bank has just received QE and rate cuts to lift growth. QE, I would assume, is quantitative easing. This combination of factors could eventually end up helping Bitcoin reach new highs. Bitcoin could expand in a world of low interest rates. Okay, here's a tweet or a tweet by Mr. Dan Tapiero. He is of DTAP Capital. He says, first president to call for negative interest rates midterm. This is a direct call for a debasement of the U.S. dollar in an attempt to create excess growth into the 2020 election. Federal Reserve boneheads, gold and BTC should benefit as alternative stores of value. This is in response to Donald Trump's tweet, which said the Federal Reserve should get our interest rates down to zero or less. So, I mean, that could be even negative. And we should then start to refinance our debt. Interest costs could be brought way down while at the same time substantially lengthening the term. We have the great currency power and balance sheet, says Trump there on Twitter. You know, ultimately a bad thing for the U.S. dollar. But again, this is easy money. It's easy money. And I think that's why he wants it, because he says at the same time, this substantially lengthening the term. Basically, it's just putting bandages on the boat that has holes. Okay, this is a sinking ship. The fiat ship is sinking, and they continue to try to patch these holes. Now, while the ship is sinking, there's another ship being built, and that's looking way more glorious here, and that is Bitcoin, if you ask me personally. And right now, I believe that these cheaper money is going to allow for the purchasing of more Bitcoin. If you ask the champion as myself. So I think it's a good thing. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. I think ultimately this is good. Bitcoin could move to new highs, says the report. And I encourage you to read this in its entirety. Stack those Satoshis as well. Yeah, absolutely, Susha. That's the name of the game here. More bits, more bits, more bits, more bits, more bits, and more kabooms. Shout out to all my crypto maniac soldiers deep within the blockchain battlefield trenches. We got Double X, Susha, FM Base, and the rest of the boomers here shooting at the baby bear cubs. Boom! I see all you maniacs out there. Shout out to you. Let's talk about this social influence data. Bitcoin social influence data indicates possible incoming rally. I like this positive news. You know, the champ, I'm always looking for positive movements, positive things. I don't like any negative news. I try not to pay attention to it. I mean, I'm not in La La Land, okay? I'm not in LA, but I think it's important to focus on the positive and focus on the boomers and remove the doomers. You got to be conscious of the doomers out there because they're always out there, but I think our time is better spent looking at the boomers, and this social influence data indicates a possible increase in price coming. Bitcoin social influence has gone down along its price in the last several days, says the article that I have linked down below via BN Crypto. However, analysts believe that this might lead to a new uptick in price soon, as similar reactions have already been observed in the past. And you can see this social stats here via SyncQ says social influence has dropped an insane amount along with Bitcoin price. The last few times social influence has been this low, Bitcoin skyrockets. Keep a close eye out, says the tweet there by SyncQ. And you can see this Twitter and Reddit post about Bitcoin have dropped along with the price and social influence. And they're showing a pattern. And it says that, as soon as this goes, people start buying more. If these patterns hold, Bitcoin may likely see another positive price movement going into Q4. Other positive developments include the official launch of Backed, currently scheduled for September 23rd. Okay, and go on reading, but drop a comment below. This is good data. I'm not sure if I'm not familiar with this social stats. I haven't been following this, but I'll take any positive information. So this is good. And then finally, let's talk about these altcoins, because I know you guys, a lot of you guys are silently waiting for these altcoins to kapump. Let me go ahead and check out some of these comments in the population here. David says, it's always a pleasure to hear the good crypto word. Thank you for your consistent word. Thank you, David. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for your gratuity. Stay booming out there. Main Event says, keep seeing FUD articles today. People thinking this ESIG ban means Bitcoin might be banned. How do they connect those two things? Yeah, I mean, I've been seeing the ESIG things, but I don't think that ESIGs are anyhow correlated to Bitcoin. Passive Crypto says, wham bam, Dolphin 134 is here. And Susha says, that screams buy now to me at this point. If you can't clearly see what's about to happen to Bitcoin, get out of crypto. Shout out to Susha. I know you're a crypto maniac. Guys, if you can't see that Bitcoin is the new wave, or is the wave already, I don't know what to tell you. They told you it was a scam in 2009, 2010, 11. I mean, guys, if you're believing the mainstream media, this thing is not going away. I mean, Bitcoin was pennies on the dollar. Now it's 10K. And there's still people out there that think it's not going to survive. It already survived, guys. It's already here. And hopefully you have one bit under the pillow for the crypto fairies. Let's talk about will Litecoin, Ripple, ETH, and others have an alt season like 2017? This is an article over there on AMB Crypto. I have this one linked down below as well. There's no greater sorrow than to recall a happy time when miserable, says Dante Alighieri. Perhaps nostalgia is what people holding altcoins are experiencing. The bygone times of 2017 bull run where altcoins pumped to the moon and beyond. And yeah, there was, the altcoins pumped out there. And I think that's due in part to those Ethereum ICOs. But we've seen the existence of ICOs decrease. Most people don't do initial coin offerings. They moved into initial exchange offerings. And my understanding is that Coinbase is about to start launching those as well. You could see here that according to CZ on Binance, he tweeted on September 10th, that the metrics for altcoins aren't necessarily available as of yet. Let me get to what he actually says. Yes, was thinking the same thing. If someone just listed the top 20 alts for the last 9 years, it should be pretty interesting. Many projects dies. Some did survive through the years. This is CZ out of Binance talking about altcoins. And I've said this before, the majority of these altcoins are not going to survive. Okay, the majority of these altcoins are not going to survive. We have about 2,000 plus altcoins, and I would say only a handful are going to survive. Not because they're scams or nefarious. It's just the way it goes. It's just the way the numbers are spread. That's just the distribution, guys. The majority of new businesses lose, and we have the 80-20 Pareto principle, and I think that it's even more extreme in this case of alternative coins in the blockchain industry. You can see here, he's talking about indices of altcoins. But the bottom line here is that there is no information here that is really leading us to believe that we're going to see a altcoin rally like we did in 2017. We got Scott Melker out of known as Wolf of All Streets on Twitter. He believes that the altcoins will rally higher. He says, for me, the past few days constitute an alt season. Multiple coins randomly exploding 50% plus gains, but that is not what people expect based on 2017. If Bitcoin dominance continues to rise, alts will continue to bleed. I believe that it is somewhat obvious. I also believe that some alts are already being weeded out. Bad actors being eliminated is a healthy sign that the market is maturing. Okay, and that's what's going on, guys. I think we're going to have to patiently wait. Let me click on this ad here by Barron's, get some more BAT tokens. Guys, I'm getting ads in real time. You can get them too and earn BAT tokens by downloading the Brave browser via the link that I have down below. I talk about it in all my streams because I get a kickback if you download and install it and you leave it installed for, I think, 30 days or whatnot. Which is a plus for the champ and a plus for you because you can use a browser that is crypto friendly, that promotes crypto adoption, and that blocks ads and saves you time. And moreover, you don't have to put any personal information. So I'm going to keep saying this because I use it myself. I'm showing it to you here in real time, and you should too. Shout out to Main Event. I mean, Litecoin tripled this year. That's a decent season. Yeah, I think so. But, like the article said that, people are waiting for those 2017 type gains and they ignore a 3x because they're looking for a 10x, or they're looking for these coins to go back to their all-time highs. I certainly thought that Litecoin would surpass $200 in this halving season for Litecoin, but we fell short. But you make a great point there, Main Event. Litecoin touched a bottom of around $20 and then it reached like 140, 150. So that's almost like a 5x. So maybe even more than triple. Crypto Task Force says one Bitcoin will mega crush and hit 15 or 20K or more alts will follow like in 2017 period. Yeah, I think that's definitely a possibility, a high probability that we're going to see 15 or 20K within a year, I would say. What's up, champ? I still think there's a future for Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin for peer-to-peer cash, as Bitcoin will be the store of value. I do too, Dennis. I do too. Right now, though, I think that the short-term gains are going to be experienced in Bitcoin as opposed to Litecoin. Now, midterm, a year plus 3 years, perhaps Litecoin will have another run up. But from here to May, I think the coin that is obviously going to gain more, according to my opinion, because I can't see the future, guys. I'm not a crypto, analyst I'm not your crypto daddy. So that's the bottom line here. I may be wrong, but the way I look at it, I think Bitcoin is the one that's going to gain weight here for the short term. I mean, Litecoin, we already said that. Spiciest Meme Lord says Bitcoin's going to keep hitting the adoption wall because it doesn't scale over and over. Listen, it's been adopted. There's 70% of the market is in Bitcoin. So it hasn't hit the adoption wall. It's here. It's being used. It's the most dominant crypto. But again, you're probably trying to shill Bitcoin Satoshi vision. We're not having it here. So you're not going to convince the champ. Here's the thing. A lot of people believe that utilization and technology are the only factors driving price. But that's not, just superior tech. There's a lot of coins that are superior in technology to Bitcoin, but they're not superior in value at this moment because they don't have the confidence that Bitcoin has right now. So I think a lot of people, they see a new coin and they say, this has all the bells and whistle. It should be superior to Bitcoin. That's not the way the game works. There's a lot of other variables and factors, and that's what it is. Analyzing Bitcoin and alts from 2018 until then, we can be lucky that Bitcoin's still 10K. Watch what happened to alts. Watch the anti-propaganda with Bitcoin and still 10K. Exactly. So, I mean, if you haven't figured it out, if you're still thinking that Bitcoin's not adopted, it is the main coin that everything is being traded against. Even fiat gets traded against Bitcoin. So for one to say that it's not being adopted, come on, guys. You probably are trying to shill Satoshi vision, and I'm not having it. I'm not having it. This is an institutional driven market now. Retail has dropped the ball once again. The name of the game is Bitcoin right now. It's more politics than tech. Yeah. But you know, don't sleep on that retail FOMO. That retail FOMO will come back around once we see prices that we haven't experienced before. And you know, the layman will come in and that FOMO will kick in, that fear of missing out. You know, as we approach that 20K, as we're expecting. Again, we could be wrong, okay? For all we know, you know, like, you know, spiciest meme lord may be right about Bitcoin Satoshi vision, and it's the one, but I highly doubt it. I'll be honest with you. I highly doubt it. Bits, and more bits, says Mikey Bravo. Shout out to you. Garbage bags, BSV, the fake Toshi. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even covering that. I don't want nothing to do with Ripple or this fake Toshis. Guys, give me Bitcoin. If you haven't figured that out, you know, you had Bitcoin Cash trying to say that we're the true Bitcoin. Listen, the true Bitcoin is the one that's number one. Spiciest meme lord says institutions run BTC hash power, and who runs the BSV hash power, you know? And of course, there's always going to be institutions coming into the game, you know, but so what? You know, so what? More bits, and more bits, says Crypto Task Force. You know the name of the game. Okay? And if you want to sound crypto, okay, and you have a problem, you feel some type of way about institutions mining the coin and whether it's the true Satoshi vision and that, why aren't you holding Monero? Okay, that's the, you know, if you got a problem with any of these, get yourself a bag of Monero and do me a favor and shut up. Okay? I don't see any coin out there that's truer than Monero when it comes to crypto. So if you want to show any coin, okay, based on, you know, the points of hash power, all these other crypto points, then get Monero. Yeah, value is subjective and confidence is a feeling. Actually, yeah, exactly. You know, and so is confidence is subjective as well. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's not all fixed. That's the thing. You have that variable, that variable of confidence it is subjective, and that's always changing with Bitcoin. But that variable and that confidence in Bitcoin is way higher than all of the other coins, no matter if the tech is inferior. Spiciest meme lord says Monero enables governments to have black budgets, and so does fiat. Let's not talk about the $1 trillion that was lost right before 9/11. Okay, so, you know, if you want to talk about black budgets, fiat is the one that's used for criminal activity more than any other currency out there. So, you know, come on, stop it. Okay. Immutable audibility is necessary to limit governments. Okay, I mean, and Bitcoin is immutable. It's never been reversed. Institutions run airlines. Why make a new fiat? I'm not talking about making a new fiat. You know, I'm not talking about making a new fiat. And you're not trying. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and argue with a Satoshi visioner. I mean, listen, if you're backing Satoshi vision, you lost. It's like trying to argue with an atheist. You sound retarded to the champion. And as a matter of fact, I'm not going to pay attention to anything with BSV. So, you know, keep up with it. I'll snipe you out the box. I don't need people I don't agree with right now that are not adding anything to the chat box. I mean, listen, come on, guys. It's like arguing with an atheist. Some of these people, come on, stop it. Have they announced another rate decrease? What is Monero, a new fiat? Get out of here. This guy's, come on, a new fiat. Let me snipe you. You're gone, meme lord. See you later. You're retarded. You've been sniped out the box for life. See you later. This guy's retarded, man. Calling Monero a fiat. The truest crypto out of all of them. And you know. See you later, meme lord. I don't need guys like you in the box. We just wasted Schiller. Calling Monero a fiat. Get out of here. Come on, guys. I'm open to ideas, and I'm even open to the idea that Bitcoin could be manipulated by the powers that be. But, you know, come on. Come on, guys. Mikey Bravo's mining Monero. Shout out to Monero. It's ASIC resistant. So if you got a problem with Bitcoin, okay, if you got a problem with the other coin, don't come here try to shill me, tell me that's another fiat. Come on, guys. Get Monero and stop it already. You're not gonna play the champ, and I don't need any extra followers that are not in tune with the pumpers out here. Please, come on. Imagine if the champ would listen to people like that. I would have never got into Bitcoin to begin with. So, take that garbage somewhere else and, start your channel. If you want to go ahead and spread your ideas, then you got the right to open up your own channel and go ahead and spread them. But I won't be tuning in. You'll be wasted. We got 20 crypto maniacs in the population of the chat box. And you know what, guys? I'm down to waste a couple more people here in the box because we need to trim the garden. We got to weed the garden out there, guys. If you're not weeding your garden and removing garbage, they try to tell you to keep an open mind. But, watch out for that scam, too. You keep your mind too open, and it'll be destroyed. Okay? You leave the windows and the front door open when the storm starts blowing, you might ruin the interior of your house. Okay, guys? This open mind crap, I don't think that it's the strategy for the long term. The same thing with that quote that they say, there's nothing to fear but fear itself. That's another BS quote, if you ask the boomer. There's nothing to fear but God, guys. Don't fall for the scam. Good morning, champ, and the boomer. Shout out to Queens. I had to waste a shiller out the box, and I was letting people know that, yeah, it is time to trim the fat out the steak, crypto task force. It is what it is, guys, I'll listen to a couple of people, I want to learn, and I have somewhat of an open mind, but not too open. You got to have some sort of a lock on the door. You can't leave the door open unlocked all times, guys. Before you know it, you got someone trying to shill you BSV in your living room. Get out of here. You're wasted out the box. I've been watching the market since 2014 and haven't seen anything come close, so-called Bitcoin killers. You know it, guys. I mean, I don't understand how people haven't realized this Bitcoin train. And I fell for it too at the beginning when I, wanted to get into Bitcoin. I was asking people out there working on Wall Street, bankers. They all told me it was a scam. And, I listened to them at the beginning because, you got to have an open mind, right? But, yeah, an open mind has a limit, guys. This guy was talking as if he's plant-based. Yeah. Kaboom to that. I like that, perhaps he was plant-based, guys. You eat too much plants and you become deficient vitamin-wise. Bitcoin more lives than a cat. You know it. 99 Bitcoins? What is it? There's a website there that documents and chronicles all the time Bitcoin has died. Thank you, Queens, by the way. Queens, our most gratuitous member. He just dropped me $3 in the population of the chat box. Come on. Thank you so much, Queens. I actually thought keep the Bitcoin chain pure with increased limits would be interesting, but when he started saying BSV will be protected by patents, it was kaboom, funny bunny out the box. Yeah, I knew it. They try to come in silently and start, telling you, here's the problem, I got the solution, which is BSV. That problem solution binary thing, watch out for that. The creating order out of chaos. It's more alchemy. It's more evilness, basically. That's what it is. Masonic principles. Let me create the order. Let me create the chaos, and then I'll bring in the solution. Okay, that's just more alchemy and more Masonic principles. That doesn't work with someone that's speaking the truth. I actually thought, we already said that. We will see a day when crypto markets are free and not manipulated. No, we will not see a day when crypto markets are not free and manipulated until the good Lord comes down. And at that point, we're going to be on something else. That could be 1,000, 10,000, I don't know. But you're never going to have a world where everything is utopia, that, everything's okay and happy-go-lucky. That's what the commies want to sell you. That's what the socialists want to sell you. Guys, it's not going to happen. So no, Dame, I don't think we'll see a day where the crypto markets are free and non-manipulated. Now, we could see a day that it's a little more honest. Okay, we can weed out the garden, but you're asking yourself, would you ever have a garden that's completely free of weeds? Maybe for a day, but they'll come back up and then you got to weed them again. What's up, champ? Trump is pushing BTC to the moon with his call for lower rates. Negative bond rates is the fiat killer. There you go, Marlon. That's what I've been saying. I think that this could be a positive for Bitcoin. I mean, it's debasing the US dollar, but it's making it easier for people to buy Bitcoin. Okay, so, you know, that's the deal. CryptoZilla says, when you hear we'll protect you, this is commie speak. That's what it is, CryptoZilla. Look out for it, you know. The bringing order out of chaos. You know, they create the chaos. They blow up buildings. They, you know, they say all this crazy fear online, and they create this chaos, and then boom, here's their solution. Typo says, well said, also some weeds in the garden. Yeah, you got to weed them out. What's up, champ? Mining? If so, do I need to do in order to allow to mine Windows? Don't allow me to block it. I'm not a miner, Oscar. I'll be honest with you. I'm not mining any cryptos. So I don't know. My understanding is that if you have a good graphics card, you can mine coins like Monero or whatnot. But other than that, I'm not the guy to ask about mining technicalities. Guys, I'll take a few more comments and questions. It's time for me to check on the young boomers, and I'll be tuning it down. I'm glad that we sniped somebody out the box, though. Market manipulation is something that is normal and happens in every market. We're all buying and selling according to our own interest. This is a big boy game. Enough with all the crying. Yeah, listen, the guys, you're not going to have, you're not going to have a utopia. You're not going to have a world where everybody's equal. You're not going to have a world where you eliminate all bad. It's not going to happen, okay? It would be heaven, okay? And you need the good Lord for that. And we're obviously not there yet, so. Queen says, sorry, I haven't tuned in a minute. I lost my job and my boss switched my route to his brother's route. I quit today. They tried to have me work 3 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. for $200. Now looking for a shuttle bus job. We're sending our positive energy out there to Queen because I know you're a good guy. You're a good dude. Although, they're saying no one's good, but you know what I mean. Okay. I know your intent is to get there. So hopefully, I'm praying that you get a replacement that's even better. So, let's send our positive energy there to Queens. Mikey Bravo says, I'm not your crypto daddy. You know the deal. Does hash rate matter to price? Well, I would assume that an increase in hash rate will show an increase in demand for wanting to acquire Bitcoin. So I think that it could be indirectly correlated, but I don't have data to go ahead and, tell you that for a fact. How's the Champ community portfolio doing? We'll check it out. Let me see. We haven't touched it in a while because we sold most of the altcoins and we stayed with Binance and Monero only. And we're up, here it is, $21,000. And we only have Bitcoin, Monero, and Binance left there. My intent is maybe, we'll close this one off. We'll call it a profit, and then maybe we'll do another a portfolio once we're starting to get interested in altcoins once again. But yeah, we still won. On that note, guys, I'm going to go ahead and tune down this broadcast. I got the boomers out here. I want to pay attention to them. I encourage you guys to hit the gym like I did. I did the deadlifts today. I didn't hit any PRs, but I came close. And you can't hit a PR every week. That's definitely how you can get hurt. But, stay strong. And I want some progressive load on the bar. And I want you guys to increase the weight. And I want you guys to increase your strength. Equality is not the crypto way. Accountability and transparency is the crypto way. Do your own research and take responsibility for your trades. If someone sells 5K Bitcoin, that's their right. Absolutely. Equality is not the crypto way. Absolutely. And anybody trying to show you equality is lying to you. There's no equality in heaven, guys. So if there's no equality in heaven, what makes you think that you can achieve that, or if that's even a good thing here for Earth? So anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and end it on that. Shout out to Dame, Mikey, Marlon, Dolphin, David Couch that dropped me $5, and Queen's Races that dropped me $3. I appreciate all you maniacs. I'm going to go ahead and tune it down. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Make sure you're putting on your post notifications because apparently you'll get it this week. It's the voice of the blockchain here, Satoshi's biggest cousin, cryptography's finest, Champagne Crypto.